I'm the founder of Cloucid Private Limited. We are authorized Microsoft partner. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to set up brand new Office 365 account with the credentials you got from the Microsoft partner that you purchased the license from. Okay, let's get started. So, Microsoft 365 is a very good Office 360 is a very good product from Microsoft for emails, online Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So it comes with four versions: Microsoft 365 Business Basics, Microsoft 365 Business Standard, Microsoft 365 Business Premium. It has another version called Microsoft 365 Business Apps for Business. Okay, so Microsoft 365 Business Basics was earlier known as Office 365 Business Essentials. Microsoft announced this naming change recently, and so that's why most of the time you will hear Office 365 from me, as I'm still used to this. Okay, so the difference between Microsoft Business Basics, Microsoft 365 Business Standard, Microsoft 365 Business Premium are that Microsoft 365 Business Basics does not come with the offline Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Access and Publisher apps. It has only online versions of web versions of these apps. Okay, while the Microsoft 365 Business Standard, earlier known as Office 365 Business Premium, has offline versions of Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, OneNote, and Publisher. So, what does an offline version means? It's the version that the apps that you can install in your desktops or laptops. So if you don't need the email but you need only the desktop versions of Office 365, then this is the product for you. If you want email and online and offline versions of Office apps also, then this is the version you have to go for. Okay, now let's get started with setting up our account. So we have to go to office.com, sign in. I have set up my account, so I'm just signing it on this. I'm signing in this account for the first time. Okay, so you see that right now it's shown my name, but the account name is called admin, because whenever your partner will order the account, it will show the name which he has entered as the billing name, and this is the by default the account which Microsoft create. This particular phase is the only phase we can customize while placing your order with the Microsoft. So we have to go to the admin panel. We have to go to the edit user. So you see by default one account is created. When you click on this account, you see that this is the username. This is no product licenses has been assigned. What are the by default group memberships it has assigned? Is the sign in allowed to the user? Is there any office install done? What are the roles and what are the contact numbers? What is the contact information is this particular user? So let's get ahead and assign the licenses to the user. So it asks which location you want the data of the user to be stored. I'm selecting India, and this is the place where it shows what are the licenses available in your account. So whenever you order any license with your partner, you can verify that license assignment here, and then you can assign that particular available license to particular user. So right now I'm assigning one license to myself. Okay, now you see that the license has been assigned to me. What is the change after you will see here? Now when you come here, you do all apps. You see, earlier we were seeing only admin, but now we are seeing all the Office 365 apps available here. This is the Outlook is the app you will use to check your emails. We will come back to this. OneDrive is the online cloud storage that it shows that we are setting up your account for the first time. Similarly, when you go to the Word, it shows that what are the documents you have. Okay, now let's get back to our admin panel. Now, if you have to add a new user, you have to click on Add User. First name, let's say demo user. It selects, and then I can select the demo. Now you will be wondering how I can select my domain here. Okay, I will show you how to migrate your domain, and then we will come to this step. Now if you want to use auto generate password, then you can get this password emailed to you. I will use my email address here, or I would do. Okay, now when the password is set, it will be there. Now if you want the user to change the password first time he log in, you can, by default this option is selected. If you disable this, then user will not be asked to change the password first time he log in into his account. Okay, now the next step, again the same, which location you want to store the data of the user, which licenses you want to assign. If you don't want to assign the licenses to the user at this time, you can choose this option. I'm assigning one licenses. Then you can individually customize which app you want the user to be have access. You can, like, if you don't want certain apps to be available to user, you can untick them here. What are the roles user will have? By default you can leave it now, but later on you can customize it by going to edit user, and then the profile information of the user. Finish adding. Now Microsoft give you an option to save your this user creation template. So next time when you come, if you want to use the same template, you can basically reduce the steps you do to set up the user. Okay, I'm not saving the template, just close. Now you can go to users. Here you see active users. So you see that these are the two active users. If you want to later on manage the licenses, you can either click on here and then select the manage product license from here, or select the user here and click here. Manage groups, edit username. If you want to change the username of a user later on, you can customize it here, and then delete user. Okay, now I'm going to show you two important things, very important things. One is you can customize the security level of your Office 365 by coming here. It's an advanced feature, so you can I will create a separate video for this. Azure Active Directory is basically the place where all the access control in Office 365 is managed. All Office 365 user, or I would say Microsoft 365 users, get a basic version of this free, and here you can come and see all the users which have been assigned. You can invite another Microsoft 365 guest users here. So what does a guest user? So all the worldwide Microsoft 365 users, they can join their active directories on a cloud, and when someone invites another user, that is called a guest user, his permissions can be customized, that which access he wants to do it. For example, I add myself as a guest user. I can select which permissions I want to give to this particular guest user. For example, I give billing administrator privilege and license administrator privilege. So these are the two privileges that we assign as at Cloucid when we set up any Office 365 user account for our customers. Okay, you will get this error when the location is not set for particular user. So I have to select the location for this user. I am selecting India here. Okay, see, I would have got the invite at my, yeah, it's all good. Okay, now coming back to here, let's come back to here. Now you might be having question how to map your domain which you already have. If you don't have a domain, you can come to the cloucid.com and there you can find the best deals on the domain. Otherwise, if you already have a domain, you have to come here. You have to click on add domain. Now I have purchased a brand new domain for this domain demo from cloucid.com. So I'm just using that here. Use this domain. If you have a GoDaddy domain, then it will ask you for the login details for logging into the GoDaddy. It has found my register as Namecheap. So it's showing me how to set up the basic text records to be configured in DNS so that it verifies the ownership of the domain. So let me go here. So we are actually Namecheap partner also for domains and security for SSL certificates and WordPress hosting. So any need you can check out cloucid.com. So I'm coming here. Okay, you see that my domain is listed here. So one of the benefit of buying it from Namecheap is that Namecheap offers free WhoIS configuration. So all the details that you provide while registering the domain, like your name, email address, that will be secured by the public viewers, and they will not be able to spam your domain, which normally when you don't subscribe for WhoIS privacy, you basically start getting those kind of things. Okay, so let's go to the advanced DNS and set up these text records. I will be copying these settings from here. Now we will click on verify here. It may take up to 5 to 10 minutes to get these DNS records propagated. So we will have to wait for that. Okay, now it verified my domain and let's get started. Okay, it shows you that these are the MX records we have to add. So let's get started with that. So I will copy it here. It's an MX record. Sorry, we have to click it here. At what is the mail server it has given? Mail server is this. Zero. CNAME records. Let's come back here. CNAME record. Add new record. And this is the one we have to add for is SPF ratings, SPF settings. Okay, now we will try if we can verify it, otherwise we will have to come back to verification of these records later, but it's okay, you can continue now. Okay, now it says domain is completely set up. Once your domain is completely set up, you will, when you come back to the active users, let's say I want to set up my email address on my domain, you will see the domain here. Okay, and you can, now it's asking me for my, for me login again because I have changed my email address. You see that this time I have signed up with my new email address. Okay, now I'm back to my users, active users. I can change this user also, edit username, cloucid.site. So this user will also be able to now log in as a demo at cloucid.site. Okay, now Microsoft has basically two types of groups primarily, if we speak, shared mailboxes and groups. Okay, so when you add a group, there are again multiple types of groups. Office 365, which allows teams to collaborate by giving a group email and a shared workspace for conversations, files and calendars. Okay, distribution emails, distribution group, where only the emails are forwarded to all the members of the list. Mail enabled security for it's an advanced feature which you can explore later on, and also the security is only where the security has to be configured among the set of users. Okay, so we will not be trying to create this kind of a user, but I would like to explain you further very important type of a group which is normally people would use. Okay, let's come to the shared mailboxes. So shared mailboxes can be used by a group of people like a support team to receive and send email from same email address. Okay, you can add and delete the, remove the users as the members you assign the responsibilities, and set up automatically replies, manage aliases and more. Okay, so let's add it. So let's try to add one mailbox which is sales. Okay, so the email address will become sales@cloucid.com. You can customize it also. What is wrong with this? Let me try again. So anytime if you get confused which group you want to create, which type of group to so Microsoft shows you the link of compare groups in Office 365. It is, you must actually read this to understand what are the different features of different types of the groups. I don't know why this error is coming up now. Maybe I will try to fix it later on. But this is how you create a shared mailboxes. So this is the overall view of how you can set up your Office 365 once the your Microsoft 365 vendor gives you the credentials to set up this account. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope after this video you will be able to set up your Office 365 account on your own. If you like this video, do like us, subscribe our channel, and if you have any questions, you can write to us on support@cloucid.com. Write in the comment box of this particular